We are struggling to make this intro. Lordy.
Take 6.
Today's episode has absolutely everything you could want, from chocolate hand grenades
to chocolate jigsaw puzzles.
Do you want a chocolate hand grenade? Honestly, it has. Look at the roads early on in this and tell me if they're not the narrowest roads you've seen. And also, what model of car have you got? Comment down below. Would it have made it up some of these narrow Italian roads? The town you're going to see today is absolutely gorgeous, and every year they have a chocolate festival, and just by chance, absolutely by chance, we happened to be passing by when the chocolate festival was on, so of course we went in to check it out. So why don't you come along too? So we are driving in one of those crazy little Italian villages where the roads are super narrow, and I think I've already overshot that. But we do have to get used to this sort of driving if we're going to Sicily. Look down here, straight ahead of us. How cool is this? I mean, it's getting late. What's the name of this town?
Perugia.
Perugia. We came here because we saw there was a chocolate festival on, but I think we may have missed it. But look at these roads, man. No wonder the little car is very common in Italy. Take a look. The amazing thing is that people drive up through these little narrow roads. Even we've driven up through these roads and they are super tight, which is a little worrying because I suspect where we're heading to is going to be similar to this, and our car isn't the most nimble of cars. You want something like that. Thousands of them over here, the little Fiat 500s. This place just keeps going and going up and up.
Scalette del Poggio.
Scalette
del Poggio.
del Poggio.
This is Via del Poggio.
Via del Poggio.
Perché Poggio is a little hill. Little. Sì, perché tu vai su.
Lovely people. They're closing up their restaurant. She's just explaining to us the history. The tree you can see there is how many years? 70 years old. And whereas the staircase that goes up there goes back to ancient history. She was explaining the chocolate festival is on up this hill in the town centre, but it is chock-a-block. Excuse the pun. It's chock-a-block with people this time of year. At this time of night, it's quietened down, so you can see. But if we're lucky, tomorrow we may come in and just check out the chocolate festival, see what it's all about. But I think getting parked and getting in here might be complicated. Seems the traffic is coming down the hill. We're going up the hill. I think the festival is over. So, we were thinking of stopping in the city, but I think because there's a big festival on, the hotels will be probably either pretty full or pretty expensive. Wow, this is a hill. Okay, it's getting a lot noisier and a bit busier, a little bit brighter too. I think something is still going on up here. Now we have to remember the way back. We know the top here. That's the way down. Wow, look at this beautiful church here. Wow, look at this this box here. It's huge. I don't know if you can get the scale of that. It seems to be made out of brass or some sort of metal. Limoncello. Thank you, my friend. Limoncello. Is this, what is this here?
This is Nutella. Warm Nutella.
Wow. Limoncello is fantastic. So that limoncello is almost like a ginger, lemon, citronella sort of flavour. Really interesting, unusual taste to have with chocolate. I like it.
Niente da cappello strano! Venite qua ragazzi, assaggiate il cremino di Torino!
Chocolate hand grenades. Chocolate jigsaw puzzle. Where are you going? Chocolate jigsaw puzzle. So you can get your letter. I should get S, but we're on the road. I really don't want to eat more chocolate. Chocolate everywhere. And look, just in case people get sick on chocolate, the paramedics are here. Cafe latte. Thank you. So, cafe latte, chocolate, with a surprise. I don't know if you can hear the song playing in the background. It's sort of cow, I don't know, something about chocolate. And this thing goes on all day from 8 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock at night. It's a 12-hour event of absolute chocolate mania. And off of every little sidewalk are these beautiful, enchanting little alleyways. It's amazing. What a beautiful city. Now they're doing crepes, chocolate crepes over here. There's anything you want chocolate you can get here, whether you want your name carved out of chocolate, you want chocolate jewellery, everything. Perugia, or Perugia. And you could walk on and on through chocolate heaven. There is chocolate galore here, but it's getting late at night. Michelle and I have to go and find a place to stop for the night. If we don't stop here, we're going to have to drive on to the next town or village. Anyway, let's have a look. Now, before it gets to 8 o'clock and all those thousands of people are going to be leaving this town centre, we're going to try and sneak out a little bit early because the traffic coming in was pretty crazy, and I suspect the traffic going out of town is going to be just as crazy. But it was worth it, really worth it. Beautiful town. Now, Michelle said we had to remember the way we came in, and I suspect we're already lost. I think it was down that way. Yeah, I think it was down that way. If it wasn't and it was down that way, we're a long way off. The locals obviously know exactly how much space they've got because they come up these roads and you can see there's almost only an arm's width that you're driving between, and they come up at great speed. So I'm sure after a while you'll get to judge it. And actually, looking at the vehicles here, I've been to places before where you know the roads are a little bit dodgy and every second car has a graze. Well, they do actually. They do have small grazes, but quite often you'll end up seeing on one side there's missing wing mirrors and definite signs of abrasion. We're definitely on the right route. guy just behind us having a smoke was having a smoke on the way up as well. So down here, and this is where we parked. Now where we parked as well is quite bizarre, because as you come into the town there's very few parking spaces, but people seem to park between the trees. I'll explain to you what I mean as I get down here. I decided to go for it. I didn't really estimate that there's these huge granite paving stones just before the parking space, and you've got to sort of get your car up on that paving stone. They're quite sharp edges, so let me show you where we parked, and then I'm going to stop filming for the day. So get across the road quickly. See these trees over here? People are parking between the trees, and that's us, just by this gentleman with the ball over there. I turned into that curbstone, and I was quite surprised at just how big a curbstone it was, just how sharp. So the car came, rather than just rolling up the curb, it came to a sudden stop, and I was sort of halfway across the road. So that was quite interesting.
These things always happen so far from my door, as if tragedy lives overseas. I wish I could help, but I'm glad for myself that it could never happen to me. It could never happen to me.
That was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed it. Michelle and I are heading south now, down towards, where do you think? Do you know where we're heading next? I know some of you do, but you can always take a guess if you don't. Anyway, we will see you in the next video. Take care.
Bye.